Hello there, my name is Irby. I am a level designer primarily for Half-Life and Gold Source, and this is my playthrough developer commentary. Well, not a developer commentary, I didn't work on this, but just sort of my experienced level design critique of Zen's Horror by Red Laser 5000. Now, my understanding is this is a full release now. It's version 1.2.0 of Zen's Horror, but it's marked as a full release. So this is basically done. There's not going to be more. There aren't going to be any more iterations of this. But I understand that Red Laser is planning on rebuilding this from scratch at some point. I believe that's the case. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, this is going to be just a full playthrough of the full release. And just critiquing where I can, just giving suggestions, saying what I personally would have done differently. I've done something like this before, but this is the full release, so I'm going to go all in, basically. So let's jump right in. I'm going to play on medium, and let's just give it a go. Okay. Half-Life Hell in Disguise, so I'm assuming that's the chapter name. I think I've talked about this before, but presumably we've fallen through the floor here. There's no intro, I haven't skipped anything here. You literally just start in this room. There's gunfire, there's sirens. Nothing broke, I didn't fall through at the start, so I am just to assume that we've fallen through this hole somehow or other. There's some boxes here. I'm also going to save because I don't know if there are autosaves, but I'm going to assume that there aren't. Okay, so we have a crowbar and a pistol and a dead man. Okay. Oh, he's gone. Oh. Okay, so from the off, alien slaves and zombies. Not particularly difficult to deal with. Oh, and a head crab. And some entirely unthreatening barnacles. So the way... Oh, and a head crab I didn't even notice. There we go. Okay, so we've got basically a massacre here at the front. Well, I assume it's the front desk of this facility. I can't go through this door. Let's just deal with the zombie. And deal with the barnacles. These are no threat at all. So, the way to use barnacles in your level design is, well, the same way they would work in nature. They're ambush predators. So they would be normally above pools of water, but definitely in sort of high up places and concealed places. These are no threat at all to anyone. In fact, the player can even just, like I just did, reach up and whack them with the crowbar. Okay, so we have a collapse here. What looks like some pipes broke through, but gives us the idea that there's kind of a larger facility beyond here, although this can't lead to a very wide open space. Just looking at this from an entrance point of view, you come in through this entrance here, much like you do at the start of Half-Life. You've got your front desk, but then on your left you have a dead-end storage area, which isn't entirely out of the question, I wouldn't think. And then to the right here we've got what looks like another room. It doesn't look like this leads to any particular corridors or anything, except down here. Oh. So, we have a lot of ammo for the start of the game. So, I'm not really wasting it on these... Whoa. Okay, nice use of a head crab there, he got me. Okay, so this is a bathroom. So, it doesn't seem... It seems nitpicky, but for a bathroom there's no signposting. In fact, there's no signposting anywhere, so I don't know what this area is. So, in terms of it being a real place, you'd have to speak to the person on the desk to know where you are and where you were going. But yeah, it's just a toilet, just a single toilet down this way. So I would assume that this door here leads off to like a larger corridor through here, which is a little bit tucked away, doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I mean, maybe. There's nothing stopping you making the map go further that way and just blocking this off. I believe this is clipped as well. Oh, not even clipped, it's a solid wall. That's not great. You have a clip brush for that, you can block off areas and still let the player sort of shoot through them. Okay, so vent is the only way to go. Oh. Okay, you're putting head crabs around blind corners, so I'm going to know that going forward. I'm going to slow down. Zombie there. Oh, there's another one. Oh. Okay. Okay. So this door's blocked off with webbing. Just the door. Strange. Health and armor, which I appreciate at this point because I've lost quite a bit of health there. Okay, back up to full almost. Empty room, hole in the roof, big glass window. It looks like a fish tank with a door, which is weird. Not sure what this is meant to be. If it was a fish tank, I would assume there'd be like a way to feed them, but a door is just strange. It doesn't look much like anything. So here we have some signposting, so I'm heading for Test Lab C33/A. And this looks more like a seating area. Okay, lots of zombies again. Head crabs. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to stand up here because the zombies are no threat to me while I'm up here. These guys are. Okay, so lots and lots of zombies is my first observation. They're not a bad enemy, but I've completely defeated them here. I can just take them out at my leisure, so there's no threat in this room. Except for the head crabs, which I've now dealt with. Presumably, okay. Deal with that. Ammo. Is there more ammo in here? Okay. There's no ammo, but there is a button that doesn't do anything. This texture is backwards. Easy fix. Just put a negative value on the dimension horizontally. Okay, let's deal with these. Still not particularly threatening. I have plenty of ammo to deal with them, and this space is wide enough that I could get away from them, so the zombies aren't really a threat here. Which I guess is the same for the start of Half-Life. You have plenty of room to move around them, but you only have a crowbar to start with. Okay. More zombies. And more head crab. Okay. Okay, another invisible wall, and Colette Green trapped in a dead end. There is nowhere for her to go. She's going to starve to death. It's really not much. It really doesn't take much work to make something look like a an extension of a larger place. You could have a door behind her. You could have a couple of doors either side. Yeah, this just looks like a pointless corridor that doesn't go anywhere, and it's very obviously a pointless corridor that doesn't go anywhere. Throw a door in, at least it then looks like it goes somewhere. One thing I will say about the lighting, this is fine because some of the lights are out, but you have so many lights in this room that even with the ones that are out, the room is still very bright. Yeah, it just looks like a ridiculous amount of lighting. You could actually have a really moody lighting scene in here where you've just got a single light working over this table and everything else is fairly dark. You could then also light up these, I want to say computers. The blinking lights on the wall, you could have these lit up as well, just to make the room a bit more moody. I'm not really sure what vibe it's going for here. I would say with the zombies slaughtering everyone it's meant to be horror, but it's so bright, it's not scary, it's not challenging because of all the guns and ammo I have. Yeah, I'm just not sure on the mood here. So yeah, I would take out some more of these lights. I wouldn't have it so bright. I'd give the player more room to maneuver, and I certainly wouldn't have given them the pistol to start with. I'm going to start backing away from doors and checking my corners because you are hiding head crabs around them. I'm also assuming these enemies have had their damage buffed because that was a one-hit kill on the scientist there. And they definitely have more health because it's normally 2 shots to kill a head crab and 3 shots to headshot a zombie. So they've had their damage boosted. Blood disappeared. That made an access denied noise, but the door's still open. It's just a bit of strangeness. This is very green, which does not match the sky. More ammo and some armour. So in terms of this room, it's just very bland. What would this room be used for? It's just currently it's just an observation area to look at this bridge with the teleporter at the end. There looks to be some control panels down there, so I would assume they control the portal. This is just a room that overlooks the portal for some reason. There's nothing in here. I don't know what this room would be for. Down the lift. These thin, can I shoot through these? I can shoot through these. Very thin walls. The elevator goes through the floor. There are no tracks for the elevator to run on. Yeah, just lacking detail basically. This area as well it's just a big box. I can see the door. I can see the door that opened through the wall there. Oh, elevator goes back up after a very long delay. There's Colette again. I shoot her. Nope, she is non-solid. Have a drink then. Right, hurry up, be quiet, and go back to bed. Okay, so presumably these are controls for the portal. There's nothing really of any detail here to say that, but that's just assumption based on where it's located. A box containing a battery. Okay. More armour. This whole area is just very basic. Big glass roof, enormous sheet of glass, which would be very difficult to actually install. Just throw some frames up so that it's smaller panes of glass. Looks a bit more logical. At the moment, there's just overall lack of detail is the problem here. It doesn't look like a logical construction. And then the whole thing's just over a big black pit. Oh, and this is clipped, so I can't fall down there. And I assume I can't fall down there because I know that there's a level change down there. Okay, so this bridge is going to collapse. I know this from playing previously, but we run for the portal and very slowly descends. Destruction in Gold Source is tricky. If you want to pull it off well, it's a lot of entity work. You want things to break up in pieces, you want rotation, you want audio. It's a very complex setup to get things to break well in Gold Source. Okay, so we are at the bottom of the pit now. As again as before, it's just a really big box, and it's very obviously just a box. It's not very convincing terrain. Again, in Gold Source, if you want to do terrain well, it's a lot of work, and it's quite advanced stuff. It's not something I would have tried in my first map or my second map, or even after 5 or 6 years of mapping, I hadn't tried doing terrain properly. But yeah, this is not great. Right, and there's zombies, which are not a threat here, so I'm not going to waste ammo on them. I'm going to gather all the ammo I need. I will deal with these guys, and I will deal with these guys. Because these are a threat. Whoa. They're a threat if I don't know they're there, which I now do, so I'm just going to walk around them. And these. Thank you. Lots of health and armour, so I'm back up to full. Not going to fight those zombies. Now, this area. Not going to fight you. Not going to fight you. I don't believe there's anything down here I need to find. Okay, I'm recording this in the middle of the night because I thought I'd be left in peace, and naturally my son wakes up and starts making a bunch of noise. Okay, so, this area. First of all, it's still quite basic. There's a lot of space for me to move around the zombies, so I'm not going to fight them. These barnacles are better, because they are actually concealed in darkness and you can accidentally run into them. But, again, not overly threatening. So what I would have done in this area is, I probably would have set it up as two, like, pillars, like two maybe constructed pillars with bridges between them, and you can climb up one side all the way but not the other. You know what I mean? So there's two pillars in various states of disrepair, and rather than just climbing up the one side, you have to swap between the sides and maybe jump between broken bridges, just to give the player a little more platforming to do. Because as it stands, this is still quite basic. I am just walking up a ramp. Shotgun nose. Yeah, so there's no real movement challenge here, and that's one thing that's prevalent throughout this map pack, is there's no real movement challenge for the player. You never have to jump over anything, you never have to crouch under anything, you never have to avoid any sort of environmental hazards. It is very much run and gun, which is fine for games like Doom, but that was 1993, and Half-Life was 1997, and this was made in 2024, so there really is no excuse to give the player more to do. This is another instance here, this hallway. It's just a cuboid. I'm just running through it. There's nothing for me to do. There's no hazards for me to jump over. There's nothing for me to crouch under. And you can get so much more gameplay time if you make the player's journey difficult. So when I presented at work, I presented a level design talk just for like a non-work related sort of nerd out session that we had, and somebody so my day job is web design, and in my hobby is level design, and one of my colleagues asked me how would I compare the two, like what skills in level design help my web design and vice versa. And I said it wasn't really a case of one field helping the other, because in web design you want to make a website visitor's journey as easy as possible. You want them to be able to see where they need to go, and you want that journey to be as pain-free as possible and quite quick. Level design, I would say, is the opposite. The player should know where they need to go, but you should make it as difficult as possible. You should put plenty of obstacles between the player and their goal. So yeah, this long corridor, there's no challenge, there's no threat, there's no gameplay. I'm just running down a hall. It's dull, if I'm being honest. It's actually boring. And that's the last thing you want your level to be. You do not want to make a boring level. This is a breakable wall. I only know this for playing this in the past. I can see that there are now holes in the top of it, which is a decent step, but there's no reason a player would smack that wall unless they knew there was stuff beyond it and there was no other way forward. I'm just going to hit these off from a distance. And again, same here. This isn't terribly engaging. There are threats in my way, but, well, not even threats. There are targets in front of me that I need to shoot to progress. These two alien controllers, they are late game enemies. They are meant to hound the player in wide open spaces. Here they are just shooting targets. So I know they're 8 shots each, and that's them dealt with. And this guy up here is not a threat. Okay, so let's explore this area and see what we're working with. So, ammo lying around. Seemingly randomly, it looks like you just literally got the item buckshot entity and just slapped it around on the floor here. I don't know, I don't see any logical reason why there would be ammo all over the floor in a cave. Maybe if there was like a security outpost or something here, there would be ammo on the desks, or some ammo crates lying around, and the ammo would be with those, but it looks like you literally just scattered them around randomly. It doesn't make any logical sense in terms of the sense of place. Right, let's deal with these. Oh, tanky. Again, there's no threat here, other than me potentially wasting ammo on them. They can't hurt me in this room. There's no threat. Zombies are very slow, very dumb, and they have no ranged attack. So I don't even have to fight them. I could just do this. I could just move these crates now. As long as I keep an eye on them, they are not going to bother me. And again, the zombie here is not a threat to me, but I know there are head crabs in here. Okay, although I need to deal with you now because you're in my way. Ooh, health. Ah, there's another one. There's another one. Okay, turn the power on. This is backwards. That's a very easy fix. I'm not sure why that hasn't been done. Now I can see there's items in here as well. So that's not bad. I can turn the lights on and then I can see there's items in here. But then, again, in terms of detailing this room, what is it? What's it for? Why is this phone above head height? And enormous. And this Zen growth doesn't look good. Again, that comes down to terrain, which is very tricky to do in Gold Source. I'm just going to move on, because these guys are not a problem. Let's check this again. This isn't bad. This looks like the roof has caved in, but again, there's obviously nothing beyond that. It's just an empty corridor. Right, excuse me, fellas. Okay, so here's an example of giving the player a little bit more of a movement challenge. There's a barrier here for me to get over. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense in terms of there being a collapsed walkway in a cave where there are no walkways. Ah, yes. Oh, hang on. There we go. Okay, so this, I believe, is the entrance to a secret facility, nothing to do with Black Mesa. The zombies are still trying to reach me. Yeah, not really much to say about this. It just doesn't look great. Again, detail. It's obviously been built into the Zen rock, but it just looks like a flat wall. It's not great. And what I assume is an entrance lobby, but again, nothing to tell me what it is. I need to start using alt fire on these guys. More zombies, more head crabs. Okay. So, earlier I said there was no signage, and it didn't make a lot of sense in terms of a logical place. Here I would say there is nonsensical signage. So, left. Okay. What's left? 4. Cool. And then orange facility, lambda symbol. So, is this a Black Mesa complex? Who knows? Dispatch him. Him. Okay, here we have... Is this an invisible wall? Yeah. Okay. Room filled with muck. And apparently a concrete wall at the back. Locked door. Locked door. Locked door. For you to break it so I can save my ammo. There we go. Again, just a grenade lying on the floor of the lab for reasons. Now, I believe this is an audio recording, and I only know this because I watched a playthrough from somebody else. This looks identical to the computers on the wall, but smaller. I would not have assumed this was a tape recorder. And it doesn't work.
Log number 1.
Oh, there we go.
September the 21st, 1984. We've discovered a new type of plant. It looks like a poppy but purple. However, it doesn't smell like a poppy. Its odor makes it smell rancid, which means it's not a perfect flower for your girlfriend. We will continue experimenting on them. Maybe something will come up to note down. End of log.
Okay. Alright. So, I know most people aren't professional writers, and obviously that wasn't written by a professional writer. In terms of it meaning to sound like a report by a scientist, that's not very good. Also, AI voice acting, I can understand the appeal, but the thing an AI voice actor will never do is question your writing and give you nuance and emotion and ad-lib where necessary. If I was given that script, I would have adapted it. So I do a little bit of voice work here and there. If I was given that script, I would have questioned it, I would have made changes with the person who wrote it, and then I would have recorded several different versions for them to pick from. An AI won't do that. And that's a big issue with AI voice acting, is people will just throw nonsense into it and it will read nonsense out without question. Yeah. If you're gonna use AI for your voice work, you might as well use AI to write the script as well. ChatGPT, just tell ChatGPT, write a brief science report regarding a purple poppy-like plant found on an alien planet that smells rancid. It will give you a pretty decent result, and it will probably make it sound a bit more, well, a bit less juvenile in the writing. I don't think a scientist will be talking about flowers for your girlfriend. He would be talking about why the flower smells the way it does. Which would be a deterrent for natural predators. Things like that. It's that's the problem with voice acting, AI voice acting. A crossbow. I'm going to deal with you because you're going to be a problem, but these guys aren't. So give me the crossbow. And I will fight you around a bit. Ouch. Just leave. Yeah, zombies. Zombies are not challenging. And this mod has a lot of zombies, which means this mod is not challenging. Yeah, you always enter a room at an advantage. So, this guy's no threat to me. I can see a laser there, though, so I'm going to deal with that. Yeah, this guy's fine. He can stay there. He's not going to bother me. And yeah, just another big, long corridor with no... Okay, so this is the exit, which makes sense. That's the door we passed earlier with the webbing on it. And then this way apparently leads to Cargo Bay 1. So let's see if we get to Cargo Bay 1. Security, whoa! Ah yeah, okay. Very small door for a cargo bay, but sure. 3. Probably assume this is level 3. Because we saw a 4 earlier. And we've gone down a level. Okay, so we're on level 3. And back up to level 4. Oh, wow, you are tanky. Okay. It grabs... I'm trying to think if this is a logical space. Okay, no. So are these holding cells down here? Oh. The leeches have died on the ladder. Yeah, okay, so we had a floor with holding cells, which then leads to a ladder. So I'm just trying to get the logic down. Okay, there's an elevator. Fine. So you take an elevator down to this floor. There are what I assume are holding cells, just because their security doors all close to one another. And then there's a ladder up here to get to a maintenance area, I guess. What's this say? Oh, storage area 1. A security office covered in bull squid spit, with no bull squid in sight. Locked door. And, okay, presumably we're going to pass through this door here. Well, we're going to get this vent to bypass this door. Okay, so there's an airlock there, we need to get past it, but it's locked, so we're going through this vent. So, I would expect, if we get there, there's going to be a... Okay, more non-threatening barnacles. Although, I could deal with all these in one go. Let's give it a try. A save. Let me just check. Have there been any autosaves? Oh, there have. Okay. Cool. Autosaves have been added. 1, 2, 3, 4. Deal with those. Zombie. Let's use this. Wow, they're tanky. Okay, little storage area. What is this room? And how do you get into this room if the wall wasn't broken? Yeah, you see? It's things you need to think about. in terms of logic. This door is locked. And we have a bunch of shit down there. And this guy. Hello. Okay, not a threat for such a big enemy. I have lots of magnum ammo. Okay. These are not a threat. None of these are. Okay, we can at least see that we've made it to the other side of this door. That's nice. It's always nice to see where the players come from. This is... Ooh, a hole. That's a hole. And another long corridor with no real gameplay apart from the non-threatening enemies to shoot. Another long corridor with no gameplay. There's nothing to do here. Okay, mission objectives on screen all of a sudden. These are all identical. Obviously copy-pasted. A little bit sloppy. I'm not going to fight my way through because there's a lot of enemies and they're just more zombies and alien slaves. Broken elevator. Do I want to charge this? Yeah, go on. Okay, now you're being a nuisance. Okay. Alright. I took the stealth approach, kind of. Okay. Checking my corners. Head crabs. Locked door. Holding cells? There's stuff in here for sure. And there. And these zombies are tanking explosions, that's crazy. Ammo in the holding cells gives the inmates something to play with. There's more zombies in here and they've survived that grenade. These are very tanky zombies. Okay, 2 grenades to kill a zombie, that's insane. More holding cells. Oh. Nope. Hello? A very close encounter with Colette Green, who's staring at the door. I think she's acting as G-Man in this mod, in that she's observing you from afar. This is not from afar, and she isn't doing anything. And I'm obviously shooting through her. So that's not great. Just looks a little silly. There's a character right there that's just basically ignoring me. Hello! These enemies are all facing away from me. No threat. No threat at all. I'm assuming there's nothing down here. These are just more holding cells. Non-threatening zombies. Oh, hello. Health that I don't need. Button. But oh. Strange noise. This is a Garg chase. Run! Oh. Marines on Zen. This turns the turrets on, I remember now. I'm not going to do that because it's very loud and they don't even kill him. I'm just going to run away. Gore's gun at the top of the ladder, and suddenly... Ooh,
Access denied.
very tiny door. Suddenly I'm in a lab, warehouse, corridor. And it's collapsing behind me. I guess. Where did that come from? Okay. Very odd bench? Question mark? Why is it completely white? Anyway, moving on. Ooh.
Get back!
Oh.
Ooh, something died down.
Hello. Okay, so we have Marines now. In a very tight corridor, so nice that I have the jump on them. That in that case, that was kind of fun. I'm not sure why there's a dead one beside them. I guess this guard killed them. Lots of... See, there's ammo all over the floor, and I don't need it because I've got so much ammo. Hello. I don't need any of this ammo either. Barely. You say anything?
Roger that. Let's run like hell. Yes.
Can you actually follow me?
This is as far as I go.
Pulse 197. SV cheats 1. Pulse 197. Can you even follow me? Don't think there's a node graph. So no, they can't follow me. Oh!
Farrell? I thought you got to the portal. Never mind that.
Hey,
The one
Gordon.
and only exit is being guarded by the HECU, and the way there is, complicated to say the least. I'd love to go to the exit, but I'll wait until somebody who won't kill us comes. I'll let you out, Ayden, but I'm warning you, it's hell out there. Good luck and so long, Mr. Farrell.
Okay, buddy's gonna let us out.
Ah, it's good to see you.
It is good to see me. I can deal with these guys.
What's that? Stench.
There we go. I've saved the day. The zombies are gone.
What is that smell?
Cooked zombie. Oh, there's Colette again. Okay, so a bunch of guys standing around and an exit. A hole, a very deep hole in the floor. Okay, right, save, jump, switch to a different weapon. Deal with those. Zombies. Right. What's this? Is this a cliff? Oh. Right. Hey, I got him. Oh. Okay, so again, terrain is hard in Cold Source. This doesn't look much like a cliff. It's very blocky. Obviously, just a bunch of blocks floating in a void. Soldier. Okay. He said move, but he couldn't. I'm wondering if there's still no node graph. Stay there, guys. There we go. Okay, so these grunts obviously can't do anything. Still no node graph. Oh. Ah. Okay. Alright, they're dead. Oh, that changed shape. Can I break this? I can. No. Okay, crossbow with some ammo. Scientists getting massacred. An assassin. I see you. Oh, baby head crabs, my favourite. Alright, well I'm not going to fight those. They can just commit suicide. Okay. Tanky zombies. Goodness me. So many shots. Oh, more baby head crabs. Come on. Not going to waste my ammo on you. It's very, very green. The sky is not green. The sun is sun-coloured. Why is this so green? Okay, that doesn't work. There's more assassins in here. There is. How many assassins? Okay. What is this building? This doesn't even have lights. There's just light entities placed in here. You've got to think about what things are supposed to be. Why is this building on this rock? More health and ammo and armor that I don't need because I'm overloaded. Right. Button. Okay, so there's a button in this building that controls that bridge over there, and that's the only reason this building exists. Why? Logically, why? Okay. Saving. And same as before, it's just very blocky. Button built into an alien rock face. Very slow elevator. With nothing for me to do while it comes down. So that could have triggered maybe some things warping in around me that I have to fight off while it comes down, but I'm just standing here. And it goes through the floor. Does it come back up? It does. Okay, so yeah, just in terms of waiting for that, why did it take so long? Why is it so slow? Why was there nothing for me to do while it came down? And just what is this? Like logically, it's not great. It's just a block with a block on it. Okay. Door closes. Long corridor. Our ticket out of here. Door through the roof. Lots and lots of green. Some floating islands. Which makes sense for Zen, but... What? Where are we? Okay, portal.
Ayden Farrell, it is good to see you.
Oh,
I
God.
hate to startle you, but it is important I get this out of the way. I have been claimed to be dead after me and Dr. Cross disappeared. However, as you can see, I'm very much alive. You have been in touch with my co-worker, Dr. Rossetti. However, I cannot say what he did was acceptable to say the least, and because I plan on ruining his life, I will have to give you a punishment for escaping Zen. All your weapons except the crowbar and handgun will be taken from you upon your return back at home. However, because you were considered the least troublesome, I will give you the idea of what's going to happen when you get back at home. You will return back at home with the unfortunate scene of trees on fire and many zombies that will be blocking you from getting to safety. However, if you plan things according and stock up on nearby abandoned shelters, you will guarantee a safe return to City 17. From there, you'll be taken to the Combine, and from there... Well, that's for you to find out. Until then, I'll be watching you from a distance, Ayden. Try to impress me, and I'll make you never witness any of this again. Until then, this is where I get off.
Happy Zen face. Oh, and that's the end. Zen's horror. I assume we're trapped in this room. Okay. A few thoughts. What... I mean, that can summarize all my thoughts, but... Okay, so Colette Green is British, apparently, and she sounds like a newsreader. Maybe not to know this, not living in the UK, Red Laser, but yeah, that sounds very much like a news reporter voice. It doesn't sound natural for speech at all. And same again, with it being an AI voice, they don't ad-lib or question any of the writing, and I've got to be blunt, all of that dialogue was pretty terrible. It just wasn't structured well. It wasn't written well. Who is Dr. Rossetti? Because apparently I've been in contact with Dr. Rossetti and I don't know who that is. I've spoken to one scientist, I think, who had custom voice lines. Was that Dr. Rossetti? Why is she trying to ruin his life after the Zen invasion? What would be the point? And also she knows about City 17, so is this set during Half-Life 2 or Half-Life 1? It's all just very mixed. Also, very green again. Why is it green? Why is everything green? Okay. I think in terms of this final scene, she's obviously a G-Man stand-in. Her mouth doesn't move when she talks, for one thing. Yeah, it's like a conclusion to a story that I didn't get. None of that story was told to me. So maybe that's going to be addressed in the remake. But that was bad. That was not a good scene. I don't know what else to say. and yeah, the game doesn't end. You can use a trigger end section to actually make your game end. After a sort of a dialogue dump like that. But yeah, we're just trapped on a square with some dead dudes and British Colette Green. I don't really know what else to say. It's pretty rough. And that little final dialogue section just makes no sense to me at all. I don't know Dr. Rossetti. I haven't done any work for him. I don't know why she knows exactly what I'm going to see when I get back to Earth and my City 17 already exists. I don't know. Maybe she's G-Man's protege, and we didn't know that about Colette Green. She's been working with the G-Man this whole time. But I'm going to stop here. That was pretty rough. And hopefully, if you're going to remake this again, you put a lot more time into it. It needs a lot of work. It needs an actual story if you're going to deliver a big dialogue dump like that at the end. But yeah, I'm going to go... Bye.